always be doing everything we can to help. Let us think of this, that over these last few years, we have tried to be a great force for fairness in our society. And that means that there must be opportunity for everyone. That is why we have the new Equalities Bill, and thank you for your representations on that, because that will be better as a result. That is why we have Bernie's list that has been inaugurated today. That is why we have the REACH programme for black young men to try and help them aspire to make the most of the great potential they have. That is why in the curriculum of our schools, as a result of what happened last year, when we commemorated the end of the slave trade in Britain, that we now have as part of our curriculum the teaching about the truth about inequality and racism that has been practiced in our country and why it should never be practiced in future. And that is why in the health service and in our education and in our public services, those who suffer most, those who have got most need, those who have experienced unfairness as a result of the treatment that they have been given, are most in our plans for the expansion of our public services in the future. And I do say to you that the Labour Party will try to remain for everyone the greatest force for fairness in our society in the future. Let me tell you on this night of American elections another story, and that is when the Swedish Prime Minister, who was called Olof Palme, went to see Ronald Reagan in the 1980s. And Ronald Reagan didn't know what to make of the Swedish Socialist Prime Minister coming to see him. And he said to people, isn't this man a communist? And people said, Mr. President, he's an anti-communist. And Ronald Reagan said, I don't care what kind of communist he is. And Ronald Reagan said to Olof Palme, who was this man who had supported international development and aid in all parts of the world, and who should be remembered for his great work, he said, well, what do you believe? What do you believe? And he said, I believe that everyone, whatever the race, whatever the background, should have an equal chance to realize the potential to the full. Now, Ronald Reagan never achieved that in America. Barack Obama will try to achieve it in America. That is what we are about in Britain, that everyone has an equal chance, and where there is discrimination, where there is racism, where there is prejudice, we banish it and break down all the barriers that cause it. That is what we